the really important thing was just meeting with someone who was like a brother to me, was like a big brother to me, was a mentor, you know, a role model, taught me everything I knew about the music business, taught me how to be a champion, taught me how to be undeniable, you know, taught me how to aspire for everything that they say you can't do. And he taught me how to work hard. He taught me that it's really not about how talented you are or the probability of what you're trying to do is, it's about how hard you work until the last T is crossed and the last I is dotted. So I owe a lot to that guy, man. I was one of the most lauded, became one of the most lauded musicians in music throughout my incarceration, on the cover of the biggest magazines. I did a multi-million-dollar distribution deal with Island Def Jam. So I was very fortunate, very blessed. So if I couldn't thank him for my fortunes, how could I blame him for my misfortunes? So I can't thank God in one breath and then blame Diddy in another breath. It doesn't work like that. This is a watershed moment, man, because I was one of those kids. And I could have came out, as you said, and continued that cycle. I could have abided by that street code. But I'm breaking that chain. I'm creating a new code. And that code is self-accountability. So that's what allowed me to move away from, you know, any mythological street code. Because the only code I have is honor. I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't lie on another man to get myself out of trouble. I didn't, you know, talk about what another man did or didn't do to get myself out of trouble. And that was the most important thing for me. And I was rewarded for that. That's why I survived being incarcerated. So I've been extremely fortunate. Why? Because I didn't sit down and blame anybody. I didn't sit down and force the hate for Diddy or anybody. I sat down and I held myself responsible. I sat down and thought about how I would never make the same mistakes to break my mother's heart. As far as the concert, I apologize to the Belizean people for my lack of discretion in whom I do business with. I apologize that their hopes and their expectations were built up and they were disappointed. Because I'm sure if it was promoted as a Shyne concert, the people was gonna still come out. And it would have been a Shyne concert. But when you tell the people it's gonna be something else, and you don't deliver on that, that's where the problem comes in. But that was not Shyne. This was not a Shyne production. I was a hired artist by someone who pathologically tells the Belizean people they're gonna do something and doesn't do it.
But you put your name on the line. I did an interview with you.
Again, I was a hired hand. So I'm taken for granted because I don't deal with this. In the States, somebody say they're gonna bring special guests, they're gonna bring Barrington Levy. That's what they do. Because my guys in the States are on it. But that was my bad. I apologize for that because I should have known better. I should have had somebody on the ground that knows Belize in and out to make sure everything would be as it is promoted and as was promised. And I'm going to do a free concert. I'm not promising any special guests, no nothing. Shyne is going to do a free concert. When Shyne puts out his next album, and by God's grace, I get this visa to go back to the States and to Britain and to Canada, and I can become a formidable force in music, I will do a free concert to make up for that.
You are not on your A game.
Was not on my A game.
At the time of saying, so you are on your A game.
I am on my A game, but I need to be on my AAA game.
Explain what you say. An artist, Americans like to use this term, he lost his mojo,
Yeah.
right? Americans like to
Now they
use
say you lost your swagger, Jules. See?
swag.
Come on, Jules. You gotta get your young man game together. See, you might have some young man issues, but I'm there with the people. You gotta get your swagger. You lost your swagger.
Okay. So then, where are you
My
right
swagger's
now?
on 1,000 right now. My swagger's on 1,000 right now. Like the Belizeans say, I know I trick your Jules. My swagger there on 1,000. But I think even in the concert that I did, I was definitely on my A game. I was on my A game. If you go back and look at my performance, because they cursed me everything, the naysayers criticized me everything, but they didn't